What's up, everybody? I'm AC with Loud Bank, and we're back again. You just tuned in to the Grow Heads podcast. I'm here with my man, co-host, and compadre. Let's give it up for Taylor one time. Yes.
How y'all doing out there?
And tonight we got two special guests on the show, and we like to have them step in now. Let's give it up for Donovan and Tyler. What's up, brothers?
Appreciate y'all coming out, man.
Glad you could make it.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Donovan, man, it's a pleasure having you on, and then Tyler be bagging it up, man.
That's
He
right.
be making you look good, bro.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Man, that's one of the best cameramen in the business.
Yeah,
Yes,
it takes
yes,
a lot of
yes.
work, but
You always on the set when you need him. That's the good
That's a
part,
fact.
man. You're dependable, man. So,
Oh, for sure.
Yep. That's good to have somebody like that you can depend on, for sure.
Right,
for
yeah.
sure. Mm-hmm.
No, that's my partner in crime right here. Straight up.
Definitely, man. Glad to have y'all on the show tonight, man. We appreciate y'all coming out, making the effort. Looking forward to this, for a while now. This is the first cross podcast for us.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So these are the guys that are the original founders of Two Terpy. It's a podcast, all platforms, right?
Yep.
I know I heard of them, I watched them and listened to them on Spotify for sure, but Apple
Yep.
Podcast, whatever, all platforms. So.
Got a couple videos on YouTube.
And some videos on YouTube, so definitely, man.
Got a Patreon too. Support that shit.
For sure, support them on the Patreon. So when did it start?
What's 20? It's 2020.
I think so. Yeah, I got on a little later, but I think the first episode was.
What's it? Yeah, it was like in December.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, it was like December.
Let's rewind back a little bit. How'd y'all meet?
How did me and Tyler meet?
Yeah, how'd y'all meet, man? Give
Met
us a
from
background.
a mutual person in the industry.
Yeah.
Shout out Right Hand Robot.
Yeah.
Okay, shout out.
Yeah, that's how. I was telling him I needed a video guy, and
Okay.
so he was like, "Oh, I know a guy. He was cool. I used to hang with him back in the day." He was like, "He's kind of a wild guy, but he real cool."
Yeah.
I was like, "All right." So,
Tyler, a wild guy.
oh man, y'all don't know.
Yeah.
Y'all just don't
See
know.
his cup double.
Y'all just don't know.
That's
Got more posts on CaseNet than I do on Instagram.
See, you got the double cup. Sip. Mm-hmm. So what made you say, "Hey, I'm ready to do this podcast thing"? What happened? Who you see? What did you see? I mean,
That's a good
that
question.
light bulb.
Honestly, I always wanted to talk shit for a living. That was the biggest thing. Just wanted to do that, and I wanted to get started in radio actually.
Okay.
So I got a cousin, and he tried to hook me up with a guy from Clear Channel, and he was trying to give me a internship essentially. So I met with the guy. I didn't even meet with him. I talked to him on the phone, and he told me to come in that next Monday, and he would show me the ropes and all that. So I called him, didn't answer the phone. I was kind of like, well, damn. All right, well, I tried the radio shit, so then, fuck it, I'm gonna just go ahead and try to do this shit on my own. So I bought a handheld recorder at first, and I was just trying to go around with the homies, and I was like, hey, would you try to do this podcast thing with me? Like, let me figure out how to do this shit. Like, so I'll do it together.
Yeah.
And so I done been through about probably throughout the whole journey with doing podcasts, probably about, let's say at least 10 people.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, just doing it.
Give it up for you for staying persistent, bro.
Come on, man.
This is green, man.
That's determination right there. It's called sticking with it, man.
Yeah.
Because an average person, 3 or 4 people, it's like, man, anybody trying to do this with us?
Because I'm thinking, like, you can't look at it like that. Like, I'm trying to do this for decades. So it's like, if I just give up on day 2, like, what the fuck I'm doing?
Exactly.
This ain't even worth it.
Right. I hear you, man. Hey, shouts out to you for sticking with it, man.
Sticking with it, bro.
Mhm.
Nah, that's what it's
Appreciate
about. Straight up.
And so when you start seeing things kicking off, I mean, you know how the first episodes, don't get that many views and stuff, and then you start seeing things grow a little bit as you go along and stick with it and be a little more persistent and consistent.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is you can't worry about that. Like, you can't worry about the views or who's watching necessarily when you first start. You just gotta worry about putting out good content and good quality. Because honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, ain't nobody listening to your shit at the start. Like, for real.
Oh, yeah.
They don't
Right.
give a fuck. Give it till about episode 25, then they'll be like, alright, they gonna
still
stick around
doing
for a
this
minute. Yeah, and for real though. Somebody told me that. When I first started, I was like, yo, check out my shit, and he was all like, you get to episode 25, I'll start listening, because that's when I know you'll actually be doing it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Okay.
bet. And that just gave me that motivation to be like, you know what, fuck it. Even if I want to do it, we going to 25 episodes now, and then once you get there, it's just like, all right,
going.
yeah,
Run this shit all the way up.
exactly.
Changes.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. Yeah.
Man, y'all done at least I know y'all done 100, so.
Oh yeah, shoot, 108 now, 107 or something like that.
Right. Shout out to AC for letting us do it here.
Mhm.
Oh shit, that okay.
Man, I appreciate y'all coming here, man. That was nice. It was a good time. Shoot, Tyler came in. He set the set up. It made it look like a different location almost, you know. So yeah, it turned out cool, man.
Shout out to everybody that came out that day.
No, for real,
All the
that shit was
brewers,
major.
All the people in the industry. You know what I'm saying? All the cultivated lovers.
Mhm.
Sure. That was much appreciated. Like, I still kind of look at that now, and honestly, I don't know how you feel about it, but sometimes I kind of look back on it now and it's kind of like, damn, I guess we really did do something.
Oh yeah, that was intense.
Yeah, in the moment, it was just kind of like, damn, we fucking this shit up.
Y'all definitely got y'all niche and y'all doing y'all thing, man. Commend y'all for doing this, man. And I appreciate y'all for sticking with y'all dreams because everybody, you know, like you said, you know, they get come across that path and they get discouraged or they let that, you know what I'm saying, dictate their future with it, you know. So,
Yep.
because you're going to go through some things.
Nah, for sure. If you ain't going through shit, you ain't really doing shit.
Exactly. You know, if it come fast to you, it ain't worth it.
Yeah, you ain't doing nothing.
It comes
honestly.
fast as it goes.
Yup.
So.
And like on social networks, you know, where you was promoting it, you was like the hottest thing going, so everybody, you know, looked up to try to get on that show and stuff. And it was cool that you gave people that platform.
Definitely.
Whether, you know, you thought it wasn't that big, a lot of people thought, hey, this is big, we want on podcasts and stuff. And, you know, and help promote the name to Turk. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going on there too. So hey, let's go do this. So it was all good, man.
Nah, y'all keep.
I appreciate you giving me the platform because it's there, you know, forever.
Yeah,
And you can go back and look at that years from now and say, what these dudes do? You go back and look at some of these old episodes. Anybody can do that. And shit, by then you be like way up there.
OG in the game.
Yeah.
Already kind of is OG in the game.
Yeah.
For real.
No.
Man, 100 episodes don't go overnight, over a month.
That still ain't. Nah, it ain't OG status.
And you be surprised how many people you just gave them that platform to help them keep going.
Yeah.
No, I
It's like,
appreciate
okay, yeah, now I feel like I'm going someplace. These people put me on, you know.
Yeah.
So,
And it's professional, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, we say on all platforms, you know what I'm saying? Shout them out, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever, you know what I'm saying? YouTube, you know, Two Turkeys on there. Don't get me wrong, how you spell it exactly, but
TOO, Tila number 3, RPD.
you heard it first.
that's cool. That's cool. Mhm.
Yep. So, what what ideas, besides, I want to say growing. What other things y'all got going? Like, I think y'all got something going on with the kitchens and stuff. You said cooking.
Yeah.
Okay, talk about that a little bit. We want
So we both trying to get more in our producing bag.
Okay.
Well, he's already a producer and all that. Matter of fact, yeah, man. Go ahead, shine some light on you, man.
Yeah,
Talk
man.
about you, man.
Be a little
How
quiet.
you get into this? You just take little pictures of the dog when you was a kid or something? I mean,
So, what made you team up with this brother right here? Like, we gonna do this.
I think it was just getting away from my day job. It was like news and television, so it was like just fluff pieces. I was like, this,
This ain't it.
it's not enough.
Right.
Mhm.
And you just wanted to let your hair down and be yourself, probably. I'm pretty sure. So it was an outlet for you to reach out to that and like, man, I want to be myself.
Yeah.
So and then you seen the determination there. I'm pretty sure from the get go. So you're like, man, he doing to do this. All right, let's do this.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because your talent, your skill, along with his determination, it's like sky is the limit.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna go through. You gonna have some little, like I said, there will be some problems with, as long as you keep rocking and TikToking, you know what I'm saying, non-stopping is the way to go. You know what I'm saying? Until your heart can't go no more. So.
Yeah.
Definitely, man. So, with that being said, it's just like one of them things where, this is one of them platforms to where they can do, come on there, show yourself, whatever you in product, you know what I'm saying, whatever you got going, you can definitely be on there, and they on all platforms. So, back to that being said, so what made you get on the show and, make you start? Because that's a lot of. Y'all was one of the first ones, whether you want to take the OG credit or not, y'all was one of the first ones out here, so it was just one of them things where it's like, okay, got some balls and, you know what I'm saying, like, talking about it, because everybody wasn't open face and talking about it out there like that. Y'all was one of the first platforms to do it, so whether you know or not, you OG on that. Show, man.
Nah,
And some of the main subject
Yeah.
lines. What's the main subject lines? I mean, is Two Turk? Is it mostly dealing with
Cannabis.
Medical cannabis. Yeah. And then most of your guests
Yeah.
are in the cannabis related field some way or another, activists
Yeah.
or a business, some type of way grower.
It started with us really just me and my when this hey man, he be around. He always he Two Turf family for life. I'm gonna put it like that.
For sure.
Ryan Risky Fargo, that's the Brody.
Okay.
You know,
Shout
don't
him
get it
out.
fucked up. Just because he ain't on the show no more, don't mean that he not gonna come back.
Right.
You know, we all figuring our shit out right now.
Right.
That's
Shouts
all.
out to you, Ryan.
Facts.
So we're on his fishing quest.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
He coming back for way too turf.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
So
No,
Tyler,
shit,
you smoke? You indulge in Will?
I'm trying to get back into it. I screwed myself over by doing Sober October, so I have no tolerance left. So
That's a good thing. You probably save some money. You know what I'm saying? Because money is weed is not cheap.
Not only that, bro, that comeback buzz is amazing.
Oh,
When you
yeah. Try
try to clean it up for a little while.
That is.
Man, the first couple of hits is like,
Yeah.
whoa.
getting lost in my one-bedroom apartment day after day. It's like a whole new quest. It's just figuring out where you're at
Definitely.
physically.
For sure, man.
Hey, so some of your first equipment, what was you working with?
First equipment was, I guess, like little handy cams in high school, just making videos and stuff like that.
So you've been doing it a while since in high school. Found a love for, was it photography at first or video right off the bat?
Primarily video. I made the mistake of getting into movies and stuff like that at a young age, and then by the time I graduated, I was like, I don't want a real job, and so.
So you come up with ideas and direct.
Yeah, there's a few bigger projects that I've worked on. It was mostly like music videos, side project. Like this year, I did a music video for Barbra Streisand.
Nice.
Yeah, and so.
Really?
Yeah.
That's big, bro.
Yeah, it's up
shit.
on YouTube.
Oh,
It's my
man.
second one with her, and the first one I did was her
How many
Willie
views
Nelson.
that video got?
The first one I did is up in the millions. This one I think it's got like 500,000. I think.
Yeah.
Hey, stop bullshitting with him. Go ahead
That's
and look at all
right,
the
right,
real
man. You
shit.
see
Special T, man.
Tyler, we got the
Nah.
real deal here on.
You gotta talk about the
Bro,
professional
podcast.
teams that he be filming for. Fuck that. Go ahead, drop it on.
Not the name drop or anything like that, but just working with celebrities. Well, I mean, worked with politicians. I think the biggest celeb so far has been maybe Dan Bilzerian or Jake Paul.
Oh,
Went down to their houses and stuff like that. and
Damn
filmed for
right.
a couple days.
Oh, Jake Paul, man. That's
Yeah, that was
Okay.
a wild ride. Sitting in Puerto Rico when it's 110 degrees.
That's,
My dog cold, man.
That's
Don't get
good,
it
man.
fucked
That's
up.
good.
So
That's
the
right.
passion
That's
and drive is not only in one,
Yeah.
but in two, man. They coming hard, y'all.
yeah, they
It's
come hard.
Straight out the loop, man.
Straight up, no. This will make me go hard for real though, cause like, just like trying to, hell, for real though, catch up to you, shit.
No.
Like people be thinking, no,
Y'all both
man, this
assets,
dude be
man.
killing
'Cause
shit.
without y'all, it would be no Two Turf. Most definitely,
Yeah.
man. So
Yeah, for real though.
y'all OGs in it, and y'all come together, y'all doing something strong, man.
Yeah.
Gotta give y'all your flowers when y'all
I
heard.
appreciate it.
For sure,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Because I appreciate y'all. This the first cross podcast on the Grow Heat.
This is lit. This is lit. Oh, yeah, you was asking us earlier about what we was trying to get into, producing wise. So
Yeah.
we I guess we say we're directing too, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of the full Monty on this one with
Yeah.
pairing up with Rooted Buds.
Yeah.
Okay, shout out Rudy Buzz again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've seen some of the little skits and stuff because I think you was doing the Patreon, little
Mhm.
Patreon
Yeah.
skit, and people was coming up, when you gonna get a Patreon? You're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Are you good?
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That
that
was-
stuff is so much fun.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Man, I need to work on commercial and stuff. Some stuff done.
Yeah, I started doing improv, so like to try to get better at all of that
Right,
stuff.
right. Get
Yeah.
better at it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yep. That's cool. That's cool. Yep, just have a little imagination, play around with it,
Yep.
and see
Yeah.
what you come up with. And so my approach to it would be do a lot of different crazy things, and then sit back and see what I can meld together and turn it into something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's for shoot first, ask questions later, try to figure it out in editing.
Right.
When was the first time you fellas, fired that thing up? Smoke for the first time, I would say. Or, had y'all first high.
Ooh, that's a great question. You go first.
Mine was, it scared me off for quite a bit because I didn't get into smoking really until I started working on the podcast.
Okay.
But I think it was in high school. I ended up draining out in a hibachi grill parking lot. They were like, "That's gonna be the best food ever," and I was just completely zonked.
Damn.
And it's where I grew up was a small town, so it's like we're sitting in there with teachers that work at our school
Mhm.
and just nonstop, just panic attacks. And I was like, I don't think
Damn.
this is for me.
You remember? Was it a Strand by chance? You remember the name of it?
I think during that time it was kind of the craze with just KB.
KB, kind of
Yeah,
like.
but
Okay.
it was a town.
Kill Bill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
a town of 3,000 people, so it could have been.
Where you
shaky.
from? What town? Am I saying it, or you wanted to keep
oh.
it disclosed?
Good old Peevely, Missouri.
Peebly.
It's
Okay,
like an
shout
hour
out
south.
Peebly.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of weirdos come from there too.
Man.
Yeah.
And so, what other events you got coming up, Donovan? What's plans for Two Turn? Y'all got coming up? Holiday events? Y'all going to any events? Or, I ain't been invited to none. Man, used to be kind of popular. I would have 2 or 3 Christmas parties to go to by now. Nobody's contacted me about the Christmas party yet.
Hey, man, hey, same thing, man. I'm waiting on the invites too. Right now, honestly, when it comes to events and all of that, we're just playing it by ear. Like, I'm really more so trying to get in gear for next year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We got a lot that we trying to really focus on. To be honest,
Yeah.
we mainly focused on 2 terps. We're working with Mr. Living Soil and Rooted Buds.
Shout out Mr. Livingston.
Yeah.
You know, those are the main focuses right now. If, you know, some other things pop up that's, you know, some real great opportunities, we'll add it to the list. But right now, you know, those are the main focuses, is really getting those things off and really, you know, kind of getting 2 terp productions. Really start off the ground. Like, that's the next level, is, you know, really leveling up.
Leveling up. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, advancing a little bit at a time. Feel the progress. I mean, you guys are noticing the subscribers are going up, and more people are watching your podcast, and then you're getting better people coming to the podcast.
That part,
yeah. And then we are waiting for that one big pop. You know, the closest we gotten so far is Barbra Streisand.
We gonna make some.
We working on it.
We gonna make some of that. We gonna make some of that.
No, I can guarantee this is a lot more
We getting
fun.
there.
Yeah, nah, this is.
Yeah.
It's
It's a
amazing.
journey though, yeah, man. And we all up against it, so yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. And so, you ever thought about having a studio? I mean, where it get large enough where you can like have you a spot?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
Oh yeah, that's definitely a goal. Like I said, we really wanna. I know me personally, and I know you as well. Like
Yeah.
even bigger than just doing the podcast and stuff like that. Like doing bigger productions and stuff like that.
Right,
so
right.
it's like
Would it be cannabis production?
I feel like it would always be like cannabis theme somewhere in
Okay.
there. There would always be some type of that. Because honestly, I feel cannabis really kind of changed my life.
Yeah.
Like I kind of realized I had anxiety through cannabis.
Okay.
Because when I first smoked, I had like a terrible experience. So I didn't do it for years after that.
Okay.
But then like I finally smoked again and it was real cool.
Okay.
And so like I was kind of going through some things and I started smoking and it was kind of like, you know,
Therapeutic.
yeah. And I didn't realize like, you know, simple things is like, you know, sweating all the time. And when I'm smoking, I'm more relaxed, I'm calmed down and I'm just like not thinking about anything. It's like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, you know, I really like this thing. Like, really helps me. It's not like a. That's where it kind of broke down the stigma for me as well, because it's like, you know, this really is medicine.
Yeah.
Even though like, so this kind of like before 2018. So this is probably what around like maybe 2015. I really started smoking and all that. So you know, I'm still trying to like.
What
you
age
know,
were you at that time? You might be asking.
would have been around 22, 23.
Okay.
Yeah.
Early 20s.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So, you know, it's just like, because I couldn't smoke in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I went to CBC.
Gotcha.
Got drug tested.
Okay. What year? What year you come out?
2011.
11. Okay. I came out 11 from Luton North.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sure, man.
so,
I used to come to y'all lock-ins. Just
Yeah.
man. I used to kick it out there.
Sam Boyd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We play ball together.
Okay, yeah, we
Together,
probably know.
yep.
Yeah,
We play ball
we
together.
probably know some folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
CJ Paisley, that's my boy too. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Yep. Yeah, we definitely, man. Shout out, man. I ain't know.
Yeah.
Last year. Yeah,
That's
that's
the
my
way.
boy.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Learn something new every day.
That's
man.
tight.
That's hard.
So,
Yeah, man. You just brought back some memories.
yeah.
Man. For sure, man. But yeah, man. So you said it was, the first time you smoked cannabis. It was, you had a anxiety. Was it anxiety or just a panic attack?
Well, so the first time I smoked, it was at Mizzou.
Okay.
I ain't go there. I was just partying there all the time.
Kicking it. Okay.
Yeah, I was.
Man, it might have been something laced. Did you roll it? Did you?
No, so what it was I was drunk.
Okay.
And,
Combination.
yeah, so it was my homie's place, and he stayed next door to these two girls. And so I went over there with them, and they had a bong already packed. But what it was that it had a dab in it. This is like when dabs was like,
shit.
I was like 2011,
Man, I would've
2012. So it's like when they
blacked
first came out. There you go. That's exactly what happened, because that was my first time ever smoking. I ain't know nothing about no dabs or nothing like that, and I cleared the whole bong.
I'll tell y'all about my first time.
You cleared the whole ball on his first dab.
So the first time I smoked, I didn't get high because I wasn't inhaling properly.
Mm.
But the first time I got high, man, I woke up in Kirkwood on somebody's floor, man. I'm not from nowhere around there, so it's just like, what the fuck is going on? I was dealing with my big cousin. We kicked it, man. I remember smoking in the back of a school out there. We had smoked some Maui Wild, fat ass blunts. I'm talking about pearl them bitches. I'm talking about they was fat. Shout out, I forgot dude's name and them, who house it was I woke up at, but yeah, I was like, I remember just sitting in the front seat, you know what I'm saying, just feeling, doing the drug. It was just more so like, it was like a ritual. It was just something inside me. It was like, damn, I never felt like this before. It was just different, man. It was just, from then on out, you know what I'm saying, I used it, medicinally I used it as a child, you know what I'm saying. And as I got into high school, I more so used it weekly or daily almost, but not as much as I do now.
Okay.
But I definitely use it.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man, it's just interesting to hear everybody's story with it.
Yeah.
First time involvement and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I be trying to get out on the show.
So what's some of your favorite strains?
Definitely gelato. I'd probably say blueberry muffin.
Okay.
That was that one. Forgot to pass.
New School Fusion. That's like a local one.
Okay.
And
Too many blocks.
Yeah.
probably because that mug fucked me up. The Mac beat.
Mac.
Mm.
Gotcha.
Cool. That's good. It's so many out. I've been trying to find my favorite. There's some good ones out here, but eventually I want to find me a couple of good ones and just stick with them for a couple of years.
Yeah.
If you can get your just favorite
Dial
down
them in.
in. Excuse me. Yep. So I know you don't smoke that much, but you're not really picky about just any favorite strains yet, or any?
No, I think my palate's becoming a little bit more refined with it, but
Oh, okay.
I've been trying to find it for a couple of years now. But like True Lemon Haze
Lemon
has always
Haze.
been my favorite.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good one. It's a good smoke.
That's what,
Yeah.
that's what it's about.
Right.
I haven't found it anywhere locally in a while.
So I got some Super Silver Haze.
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't know if you ever heard of that.
Oh yeah, we got it on the map over here, I think.
Super
Silver
Silver
Haze.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
that's
All the
Yeah.
strands over here. Super
Okay.
Silver. So that's one of them. I don't know if they look like that to y'all, but that's on the plant, for sure. Buds.
That's all.
Yeah, but I know a guy, man. He can grow every one of them. So
Oh, even the
OG
Warlock?
Kush at the bottom. Nice. Chocolate.
you said which one?
The OG Kush at the bottom.
Yeah.
See, that's what I think I'm looking for, an original OG Kush
Yeah.
strain, a good one. That'll probably be one I just can keep and smoke. 'Cause I think that was the first strain I ever tried was OG Kush, and it was like the only one going around for a while. And so I just kind of got hooked on that flavor.
Yeah, there's been a few guys that, especially just growers and breeders, that are kind of going back to the roots of that. I know Hypo's big on, I think, using mostly Kush based
Yeah.
genetics.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Which comes from
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan, yeah, I think it is the
Afghanis.
Ghana. Kushes come from Afghanistan, yeah.
Some other, yeah,
Man, could you imagine it? I seen some of the Afghani bullets, man. Them cold. The place wasn't that tall, but they was just flopped over with huge colas. And they got their little garb on. Like, man, you guys smoking some good stuff up there.
Yeah.
Purple plants and stuff. Yeah.
Granddaddy Perk was one of my favorites when that came out. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
Granddaddy Perk was.
Purple. Mm-hmm.
That was, man, and it came out, I want to say it was what, early, like mid 2000s, I want to say. It was like 05, it was this shit.
Mm-hmm. It's still a lot of perp lovers. Shout out to all you perp lovers. If you turn purple, they just automatically love it.
Yeah, for sure.
You see that purple on it, and it makes for a good picture, no doubt.
So y'all like more so, I heard more so like hybrids, y'all more so like strands like that, kind of sativa and indica based.
Yeah, but you can't find a whole lot of sativas around St.
Right.
Louis though.
Yeah,
You know, it's more indica heavy.
So I ain't hear nothing you say nothing about like Oreos is like a new sativa. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of. Have you had that yet?
Nuh-uh, not yet.
Okay.
Mainly right now, like, unless people like kind of just bring it to me, I ain't really trying no new
Right.
shit. Yeah, I just been kind of like now at this point, like,
Hell yeah.
I don't know.
Ain't nothing wrong with
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Sticking to what you know, man.
Yeah.
As long as it gets you there and do its purpose, you know, and dosage is right, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's about.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like I feel like this next year though, like I'm really trying to get out there. Like we
Okay.
trying to go countrywide.
Yeah.
Countrywide.
So it's definitely
Okay, pushing the two turkey everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely,
Get
man.
the turpmobile going.
Yep.
Okay.
That's
So
our next venture.
you signed with some little organization to get syndicated. Like some of those platforms that just like put you out there on all of them.
Right now we just all in house. You know,
Mhm.
I'm kind of big on really trying to just be independent
Mhm.
and just really try to work out deals with people.
Right.
I always want to own my shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
I feel like that's always important is ownership.
Definitely. Most
Especially if,
definitely. And
like,
control.
Yeah, we started it, so it's like, why just give it away? Like, if somebody sees
Mhm.
potential in you, like, in what you're doing, like, invest in that, like, invest in yourself,
Right.
and then just get reimbursed for what it is that you do.
Mm-hmm. Yep, no doubt. Yep, that's the way to go. Yep. So, why don't you go ahead and shout out all your connections where people can get in touch with your social
Sure.
networks and
Yeah.
things like that?
Okay. You wanna go first?
No, you can. I don't have anything really.
Man, stop.
Other than one account I'm locked out of still.
Man.
Yep. Yep. So how can we get in touch with Two Turp on social networks?
Okay. For real though. Get in touch with us on Instagram at 2turp, TOO, 3, RPD. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms with that. And then follow us on YouTube. You can also follow me, Donovan2408, on all social media platforms.
Cool. And you can also have links to the podcast
Oh, yeah.
on those.
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
Do all of those.
Do
Yeah.
all those. Cool, yeah. Yep, so yeah, man, this may wrap up this episode of Grow Head Podcast, man. You know, you can always follow us on at the Loud Bank on all the social networks, Grow Head Podcast on the social networks, and Taylor.
Hey everybody, you know it's T, man. We finna get out of here, y'all, and appreciate y'all for watching the Grow Heads, and we had special guests in the house, 2 turkeys, Donovan and Tyler. You know, thank y'all for coming on out.
For sure.
Like, subscribe, share, hit that bell on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We got more episodes coming on the way. Hot and ready. Shout out to my boy Larry El Honcho behind the scenes.
For sure.
So,
And the rest
You
of
know,
the HPG
The
crew.
rest of the HPG group, we out this thing. Ooh,
All right, y'all. Peace out.
appreciate y'all coming.
oh yeah, for sure, bro.
No doubt.
That shit was lit.
Good show. Mhm.
Dope.
Appreciate it, man.
Let's go.
What you drinking?
This is tequila and lemonade.
Oh, okay, that's nice. That's almost like a margarita.
Yep.
Almost like a margarita, because I be my wife like a lot of lemonade and now the little tequila and
Oh
you know,
yeah.
and I ain't got no
Yeah, we
margarita.
got
I'm like,
put it
I know
in
the
the
next
plan,
best thing.
so
Yeah,
if we want to chop it and break it
Yeah, some
in
of
as
that
tequila.
Yep.
There's been a few guys that, especially just growers and breeders, that are kind of going back to the roots with that. I know Hypo's big on, I think, using mostly Kush-based
Yeah.
genetics.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Which comes from Afghanistan, yeah, I think it is. The
Afghanis-
Kushes come from Afghanistan, yeah.
Some other, yeah,
Man, could you imagine it? I seen some Afghani bullets, man. Them cold. The place wasn't that tall, but they was just flopped over with huge coals. And they got their little garb on. Like, man, they got some good stuff up there.
yeah.
Purple plants and stuff. Yeah.
Granddaddy Perk was one of my favorites when that came out. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
Granddaddy Perk was
Purple. Mm-hmm.
That was, man, and they came out, I want to say it was what, early, like mid 2000s, I want to say. It was like 05, it was that shit.
It's still a lot of perk lovers. Shout out to all you perk lovers. If you turn purple, they just automatically love it.
For sure.
You see that purple on it, and it makes for a good picture, no doubt.
So y'all like more so, I heard more so like hybrids, y'all more so like strands like that, kind of sativa and indica based.
Yeah, but you can't find a whole lot of sativas around
Yeah,
St.
right.
Louis though.
Yeah,
You know, it's more indica heavy.
So I ain't hear nothing you say nothing about like Oreos is like a new sativa. You know, saying it's kind of. Have you had that yet?
Nuh-uh, not yet.
Okay.
Mainly right now, like, unless people like kind of just bring it to me, I haven't really tried no new
Right.
shit. Yeah, I just been kind of like now at this point, like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then wrong with
Yeah,
sticking to what you know, man.
Yeah,
As long as it gets you there and do its purpose, you know, and dosage is right, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's about.
yeah. Like I feel like this next year though, like I'm really trying to get out there. Like we
Okay.
trying to go countrywide.
Yeah. Countrywide.
So it's definitely
Okay, pushing the two turkey everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely,
Get the
man.
Turpmobile going.
Yep.
Okay.
That's gonna be
So
the next venture.
you signed with some little organization to get syndicated. Like some of those platforms that just like put you out there on all of them.
Right now we just all in house. You know, I'm kind of big on really trying to just be independent and just really try to work out deals with people.
Right.
I always want to own my shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
I feel like that's always important is ownership.
Definitely. Most
Especially if,
definitely.
like,
Control.
Yeah, we started it, so it's like, why just give it away? Like, if somebody sees potential in you, like, in what you doing, like, invest in that, like, invest in yourself,
Right.
and then just get reimbursed for what it is that you do.
Mm-hmm. Yep, no doubt. Yep, that's the way to go. Yep. So, why don't you go ahead and shout out all your connections where people can get in touch with your social
Sure.
networks and things like that?
Okay. You want to go first?
No, you can't. I don't have anything really.
Man, stop.
Other than one account I'm locked out of still.
Man.
Yep. Yep. So how can we get in touch with Two Terp on social networks?
Okay, for real though. Get in touch with us on Instagram at 2terp, TOO, 3, RPD. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms with that. And then follow us on YouTube. You can also follow me, Donovan2408, on all social media platforms.
Cool. And you can also have links to the podcast
Oh yeah.
on those.
Oh yes. Do all of those.
Do
Yeah.
all those. Cool, yeah. Yep, so yeah, man, this may wrap up this episode of the Grow Head Podcast, man. You know, you can always follow us on at the Loud Bank on all the social networks, Grow Head Podcast on the social networks, and tell them.
Hey everybody, you know it's T, man. We finna get out of here, y'all, and appreciate y'all for watching the Grow Heads, and we had special guests in the house, 2 turkeys, Donovan and Tyler. You know, thank y'all for coming on out.
For sure.
Like, subscribe, share, hit that bell on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We got more episodes coming on the way. Hot and ready. Shout out to my boy Larry El Honcho behind the scenes.
For sure.
So,
And the rest
You
of
know,
the HPG
The
crew.
rest of the HPG group, we out this thing. Ooh.
All right, now, peace out.
Appreciate y'all
Oh,
coming.
yeah, for sure, bro.
No doubt.
That shit was lit.
Good show.
Dope.
Appreciate it.
That was dope.
What you drinking?